Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going to Estes Park, Colorado, where I've received multiple reports of a fireball in the sky on March 3rd around 6:30 p.m. At the same time, there were 3 transformers that blew, causing multiple power outages. Got an email from Catherine. She goes on to say, tonight at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, a green meteor or green fireball flew over the town towards Mount Olympus. 3 transformers blew, causing multiple power outages. Coincidence? Don't know. We're going to take a closer look at this, though. Facebook went crazy with reports. I will send messages that others reported. Did the transformers blow because of the meteor? Catherine from Estes Park. And that's a good question. The meteor would have been traveling from west to east, going over Estes Park towards Mount Olympus. Right as it went over, the transformers blew, causing power outages. Fascinating sequence of events that we're going to come back and take a closer look at here in a minute. There's an article here at eptrail.com, and there's a small video clip of one of the 3 transformers erupting into a bright green. Also in this video, I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. But first, here at the website, checking out the Schumann resonance. You can see it's been pretty active lately. No major spikes, but a steady hum that's increasing as Earth is going through a fairly dense stream of solar wind that's causing an uptick in the Schumann resonance. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano, and you can see it's pretty quiet all in all. It's calmed down since the giant 8.1. A lot of the energy from the quake swarm down in the South Pacific did show up on most of the seismographs over here at the supervolcano, but right now it's pretty quiet with the exception of the northeast entrance that is showing a little bit of activity, and some of this other we've been seeing on here for several weeks, if not months now. Old Faithful, pretty quiet. Sometimes you'll see activity over at Old Faithful, but not today. Everything, for the most part, is pretty quiet. Looking at the global seismographs, you can still see residue from the very large earthquake swarm down in the Kermadec Trench, following the 8.1 and the 7.4 and the 7.3. A lot of the energy you see on here, these black horizontal lines, are from aftershocks that were in the 6 range, 6.2, 6.4, and the majority of those down there were very shallow, coming in at 6.2 miles deep. But this energy is residue from the very large quake swarm down in the Kermadec Trench in the South Pacific. Once again, over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center, you can see the green here. That is a dense flow of plasma coming from the sun. I want to take you guys now up to Colorado, where I received multiple reports that Catherine shared with me of a strange sequence of events that occurred March 3rd around 6:30 p.m. in the Estes Park area. That would be right in this area here, not far from Mount Olympus. Apparently, people saw something fall from the sky. I'm going to share some of the reports that were on Facebook that Catherine shared with me, and then we're going to come back and look at this article from eptrail.com. Here is a post. This is from Kim's post by Jim Greer, talking about the power outages. He says, "No, but I did see a yellow light behind Mount Vesuvius. Power is out in Grand Estates Drive. No power in the retreat in Glen Haven." That's from the night of March 3rd. As the fireball, or whatever it was, could have been space debris, something bright was spotted above Estes Park. Then the power went out. Here's another report of a person that witnessed this event that was quite excited, said, "Hold the phone. I saw a shooting star tonight." She said, not just any shooting star. This was a full-on meteor. It was bright blue and lasted for 5 seconds. For those who don't know, I have hardly seen any shooting stars my entire life. I've looked at the stars a ton, but only been able to see a few shooting stars. This was absolutely magical. Here's another report that was shared with me by Catherine, by Kim Shoemaker, talking about their power. She said, "Ours flickered several times. I looked outside and saw a green round light fall behind Mount Olympus." And Mount Olympus is just east of town. And here's a still image of one of the transformers turning the night sky a greenish blue. There's also a video in this article here at eptrail.com. And it goes on to say, update, failed insulator results in explosions, caused power outages. Dated March 4th, 2021, 1:48 p.m. 3 explosions lit up the early evening sky in Estes Park on Wednesday, March 3rd, around 6:30 p.m. Estes Park Power and Communications reported they responded to an outage affecting the Glen Haven areas as well as portions of north central Estes Park. The Trail Gazette heard multiple accounts, like some that I just read you, from residents who say they saw what looked like a meteor falling from the sky over Mount Olympus on US 34. If you go back to Google Earth, that would be right in this area here. So it would have been traveling over Estes Park towards Mount Olympus, left to right, that would be west to east. They say the bright light created a blue-green glow. There is no word yet on if the two incidents are related. Power was restored around 9:10 p.m., so power would have been out for just between 2 and 2.5 hours. Goes on to say Power and Communications has determined the problem began with a failed insulator on the main line close to the Estes Park substation, immediately south of Lake Estes. Insulators hold our wire in place, and after failing, the wire near Vista Lane fell to the ground, causing a fault. Wires nearest the substation carry a great deal of power, and this ground fault caused explosive sounds and flashes heard and seen from a long distance. Our substation equipment responded by safely de-energizing the entire circuit, which feeds customers from Estes to Glen Haven and beyond. There were also several reports of a meteor sighting east of town in the Mount Olympus area, reported directly to the Trail Gazette on social media. Estes Park Police had no reports of meteors. Arcing of the fallen power line caused a small grass fire, which was extinguished by the fire department. There were no transformers involved in the incident. You're going to see a video of what looks like a transformer, though. Megan Puritan commented on the Trail Gazette Facebook page, "I live in western Kansas, and I think my daughter and I saw this. The colors were so defined. At first glance, we thought it was a shooting star, but it was the biggest and closest thing we've ever seen in the sky. You could see the separation in the trailing debris." Amber Case also commented on the Trail Gazette post saying, "I definitely saw a green dot falling from the sky last night, and I had no idea what it was." Aria Jordan captured this video of one of the 3 transformers turning night into day. And you can see the power looked like it was already out before this one was caught on video, and I think there were 2 more according to the reports. And again, power was out for about 3 hours, between 2.5 and 3 hours. But looking at the situation, looking at all the reports that came in at the same time as the power outages, they happened at almost identically the same time. So what really happened the night of March 3rd, 2021, around 6:30 p.m. in Estes Park, Colorado? Was this all one big coincidence? Power goes out at the same time. People report seeing a bright green light fall from the sky. We don't know if it was space debris. We don't know if it was a meteor, but we do have multiple reports from multiple people that did report seeing something quite spectacular moving across the sky over Estes Park towards Mount Olympus. That would be up in the Rocky Mountains. So great job, guys. Thanks again, Catherine, for sharing. Awesome story and quite the coincidence, if that indeed was a coincidence. Now I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. Going up to Alberta, Canada, video and a still image sent in by Bruce, who noticed what looked like something falling from the sky above Alberta, Canada. Wirt, Ohio, Brian and Teresa, fiery orange and gold sunset. Next photo, actually there's a couple of photos sent in by Chris V out of Belgium. Very unique, strange-looking pattern up in the sky. And then he also noticed some circles in the sky, forming what looks like a horizontal number 8. This is not a number 8. It's just multiple circles in the sky. Looks like somebody was doodling. Get a load of that. Daryl H. out of Newman, Georgia. Another fiery orange and red sky. This is either at sunrise or sunset, but a lot of color, very beautiful colors in the sky. Adonis B. out of Mojave, California. Notice this cloud in the sky that looks like a ship just sitting there. There's a couple of other ones off in the background. If you look behind this one, you can see one there and one there. More than likely, these are influenced by winds that are going vertical up over the mountains, creating what are known as lenticular clouds that sometimes look like little spaceships. In this case, look like a large spaceship. And he said this was in the same location for a long period of time. Ken R. out of Waxahachie, Texas. More gold and fiery orange skies. Springfield, Illinois, Eric A. Looks like a big pink candle in the sky. There's the flame in the center, and you've got what looks like a pink candle sitting on the horizon. Beautiful sky there by Eric out of Springfield, Illinois. Excellent photo. That one there looks like a postcard. Evelyn W. out of North Carolina. Very intense double-decker rainbow. G. Tom out of Winnipeg, Canada. Giant halo around the sun, very low on the horizon. And the sun is shaped, at least in this photograph, like a diamond. El Centro, California. Indy D. More reddish-orange skies. This cloud here in the center in the next photograph looks like somebody skydiving out of the sky. Look at that. Looks like a giant skydiver. Great photo by Indy D out of El Centro, California. Look at that gold. Palmdale, California, James G got another cloud that's very uniquely shaped. Probably a lenticular, but that looks like a saucer just sitting in the sky, basically all by itself. Jacqueline out of Aruba, one of the most intense halos in the sky I think I've ever seen. Here's another photo by Jacqueline out of Aruba. Looks like a horizontal cross. That's what compelled her to take the photograph. Talk about orange. Jason M. out of Anderson, South Carolina. That is unedited, exactly the way I received it, about as orange as you can possibly get. Angelica Loomis sent in this photograph of what looks like a cross in the sky. That is unedited, exactly the way I received it. Florida, B. Douglas. Notice this unique feature in the sky. It looks like something square went flying through the clouds, leaving behind that trail. You can see what I'm talking about here. See the 90-degree angle? Looks like a long, stretched out rectangle on the front, looks square. That's why he took the photo. How does nature work like that? You know, it almost looks like something went through the sky. More beautiful orange clouds. It looks like a long roll cloud above the mountains in Longmont, Colorado by Derek. Great observation. Get a load of this one here. Dorothy out of Boulder, Colorado. Looks like an eye in the sky. Here I adjusted the photo. I didn't alter it, just adjusted the contrast. Clearly looks like an eye. Here's another one sent in by Polenta. See it? Perfect eye up in the clouds. Another great observation by Polenta. Same photo here. I just switched it over into a black and white, and you can see what definitely looks like the shape of an eye in the sky. This next segment here was sent in by Sandra S. out of Ontario, Canada. This is a video clip of where two fronts meet. You've got a high pressure and a low pressure that meet in the sky, warm air, cold air, and they create that very distinct line in the sky. That's two weather systems right where they're colliding in the sky. You don't always see that. Sometimes it's out over the ocean or it's not even visible at all. In this case, it was visible, forming that very unique contrast in the sky. Great job, guys. Keep the photos coming. If you have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports@mrmbb333.com. All the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website, and sometimes I'll use them in a video just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.